According to the Federal Trade Commission, identity theft is one of the country's most prevalent crimes, with approximately 10 million Americans victimized each year. As many Americans are realizing, thieves are becoming more inventive in the ways they acquire personal information. To make members and New Jersey school teachers more aware of these methods, McGraw-Hill Federal Credit Union made identity theft the focus of its recent Financial Literacy Series seminar.
McGraw-Hill Federal Credit Union felt it was really important to hold a session regarding identity theft because when 10 million American citizens are affected by a crime, it moves it to the top of the priority list for education and to ensure that our members and our community and our associates are protected and understand what they can do to make a difference for themselves.
One of the best ways consumers can protect themselves from identity theft is by being aware of the different methods criminals employ to take advantage of victims, including phishing, where an individual receives official-looking email messages asking to verify accounts or other types of information, fake ATMs, which can be located in the backs of stores, that falsely tell users their transaction failed after a card has been swiped, card reader devices, which are illegally installed on ATMs or gas pumps. They can be easily detected because they may jiggle when being used. Shoulder surfing, where an individual stands close behind ATM users to observe as they enter a personal identification number. Dumpster diving, where thieves rifle through trash to find discarded statements or prescription bottles with account numbers, phone numbers, and addresses that can be used to obtain more personal information.
There's so many things that the average American can do to protect themselves against identity theft, some of which are the basic things. When you enter your PIN number and someone's too close, ask them to step back or put your hand over it. When you go to use an ATM, make sure that when you put your card in that it's not loose so that there isn't a card reader on it. To not keeping your Social Security card and not using PIN numbers that are those of your children or birth dates. Those are some of the simple things that you can do to ensure that you protect yourself against the criminal who's working hard to get your information.
Other steps you can take to protect your identity include reviewing credit card and bank statements frequently so you can spot irregularities, ordering a credit report every year to ensure that your credit rating has not changed due to unauthorized purchases, taking out an identity theft rider on your homeowner or renter's insurance so that you are protected, buying a shredder to get rid of old statements and eliminate the chance that someone could steal personal information by dumpster diving, and converting paper account statements to electronic versions to reduce the risk of someone stealing statements from your mailbox. Protecting one's identity is a message that educators plan to take back to the schools in which they work.
I think that it's very important, especially for teenagers and people in college, to know this financial information because there really isn't any place where they get taught it. So if they're not taught by their parents, then they don't really find it out. So this is a way for them to find out before it's too late because, you know, I, like many other people, have found out the hard way. I have actually had identity theft happen to me.
I hope the students will take this seriously. I think that sometimes they're just in a cyberspace world where they think they can put anything they want on social networks and use ATM cards in many different ways that can cause problems.
Usually, victims become aware of identity theft when it's too late. Often, unauthorized bills begin arriving in the mail, bank statements are incorrect, credit is denied, or debt collectors begin calling. If you determine your personal information has been stolen, it is important to notify banks, stores, and credit card companies immediately. Close any accounts you believe may have been tampered with and file a police report. Notify the Credit Bureau's Fraud Department and file a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission. Taking these steps will provide you with the documentation of the crime and provide law enforcement agencies with important information needed to track down identity thieves. Also, be sure to change passwords and personal identification numbers frequently. McGraw-Hill Federal Credit Union can help as well.
We recognize that identity theft is a serious threat that affects millions of individuals each year. Our objective is to continually provide education, consultation, and low-cost monitoring programs that protect families from this potentially devastating crime. By taking this proactive approach, we're arming individuals and our members alike with tools to understand how they're protected, how to recognize if their identity has been compromised, and really providing them with the steps to restoring their personal identity if they find themselves in that situation.